trip to Nashville, and he said, we need more emotion, more energy in our game. He's getting that, starting with his center icemen, who were all four brilliant, I thought, last night in the victory over the Coyotes in Phoenix, led by Tyler Seguin. He had 7 shots in the game, extended his point streak to 6 games with a primary assist on the power play. Cody Eakin, again, was great. He's got an assist in each of the 2 games on this road trip, played 20 minutes, important minutes. Fiddler and his line really set a tone again last night. Dominant in the face-off circle throughout the evening, strong on the penalty kill. Same thing with Sean Horkoff as far as special teams are concerned. Scored a power play goal last night, a biggie for the Stars, and also was very good killing penalties. I think those 4 guys and a couple of wingers are going to be important here tonight with the possession game. Face-offs are going to be key. The Sharks like to play with the puck a lot. Stars have to make sure they start with it a lot.
San Jose Sharks are going through a valley. Everybody has their ups and downs. Razor, they've won just 1 of their last 5 games. Why?
Well, they're not scoring right now, and they're not playing with a lot of jam. I think that's really irking their head coach. Yeah, just the one victory. That one was in a shootout. They're almost dry in the goal-scoring department. The power play's been silent. They're just trying to find easy ways to get through this right now. One guy that had been scoring for them, but he's joined the bunch as well, is Joe Pavelski. What a run he was on. Just 1 goal in the last half dozen for him, but 19 goals in the previous 21 games. A nightly occurrence for him. Sits 3rd in the NHL in goal scoring heading into play here tonight. Leads them in the power play goals, shorthanded goal scores from all over in the attacking zone, and he wins faceoffs. I got to think, I'll be shocked if the Sharks don't come out here baring their teeth and play very well early.
And up to the task, most likely.
You'll save 25% or more. Join us for great Sunday through Thursday games throughout the 2013-14 season. For a full list of games or to get your Dallas Stars family pack today, call 214-GO-STARS or visit dallasstars.com/specials.
Dallas Stars and the San Jose Sharks, and here are tonight's key as starting goalies.
Kari Lehtinen, who outdueled Mike Smith last night in the desert, stopping 27 of 28 in the 3-1 win, goes again. His 12th road win was that one. That's 2nd in the National Hockey League. At the other end, Alex Stalock gets the nod for the Sharks, and why not? He was brilliant in that 44-save shootout win over the Stars here just prior to Christmas.
Vern Fiddler and Andrew Desjardins at center ice. They will start with that pace-setting trio we talked about. Fiddler with Antoine Roussel and Ryan Garbett. Jordy Ben and Brendan Dillon on the back end. Desjardins joined by Mike Brown and Adam Burish. The former star is playing in his first game this season. Herniated disc in the preseason. He has undergone rehabilitation, and he now has the puck and leads the charge into the Dallas zone. Pulls up against Dillon. Got it off toward Desjardins. Brown going in around behind it. And Garbett takes the hit from Burish and works it ahead. Roussel from outside the line knocks it in. It's Boyle and Vlasic, the opening pair for Todd McClellan. San Jose Sharks 35-16-6, 9 points back of Anaheim in the Pacific Division. Brent Burns, he hasn't had a goal in 14 games, but lots of chances. That's Thornton. Marlowe's in front. Braun shot it. Marlowe tipped it over the top of the net. They get their big guys out here. Dallas counters with the Ben unit. Braun shot wide of a screen. Kari Lehtinen. Nichushkin deep in the zone. Moved it quickly to Goligoski. And he'll use the boards to clear off Braun. Puck played with Braun's high stick. Stops play.
Lindy Ruff would like another opportunity to protect the 3rd period lead on this road trip. They've locked 2 of them down. He's really urged the team to continue to be aggressive. Do what got us the lead is what he said this morning. And don't just drop back into that phalanx of defense and allow the other team to come at you. They've really handled leads well in 3rd periods in Anaheim and Phoenix.
Center ice, the Sharks fire it in. Scott Hannon. Sergei Gonchar. Kevin Connaughton is in tonight. He's partnered with Gonchar wearing number 23. Nieto feeding the line. And Irwin's shot drops in on Kari Lehtinen.
Well, you're going to see a lot of shots from San Jose. Both shots on goal and attempts toward the net. They pump a lot of rubber at the opposing netminder. Win a puck along the boards. Pretty good little swarm by them, and immediately gun it to the net. Like the last time we were in here, it's going to be really important for Kari to handle rebounds well.
And good possession there by Rich Beverly, taking it away from Pavelski. Pavelski, their goal leader. We talked about him. And Cody Eakin takes the line. Pass toward Beverly. Jordy Ben shot it. Saves Stalock, and he holds on.
Well, the Sharks head coach Todd McLellan is trying to get the blue-collar mindset ahead of the white-collar skill, if you will. Looking for emotion and tenacity to help them break out of the scoring funk that they're in right now. Big reason why he had Burrish, Brown, and Desjardins to start this game and try to set a tone of that for them, just like Fiddler, Garbett, and Roussel usually do for the Stars.
Can change so quickly. They had won 6 in a row prior to this recent valley that they find themselves in. Bracken Kearns kicked out of the faceoff circle. Shepard in to work with Sean Horkoff. Puck got loose. Havlat been in and out of the lineup with injuries this season. Up ahead to Kearns at the line. Shot it in. Save Letton, and Vlasic was creeping up, and now it's pumped back out toward the line. That's where Boyle covers. They'll move it over. Vlasic shot. Denied. Havlat wasted in front. And Horkoff sends it ahead. Ray Whitney, former Shark, trying to meander his way into the zone deep against Vlasic and Boyle. Horkoff coming, and so is Connaughton, but it comes to center ice and back to the Dallas line for Gonchar. Chason leaving it for Whitney. Didn't get it deep enough, but the Sharks help him out. Stars will change as Boyle's pass ahead at the line. Desjardins drops to Burrish for a shot that Kari Lehtinen sends out of play.
That's about the 7th shot attempt at Dallas's net here in the early going. Burrish and company back out here again for Todd McLellan, and I'm sure they're looking and saying, okay, the goalie played last night, the team played last night. Let's give them a workload early on. And they really are a shoot, retrieve, shoot team. It's their MO. It's going to be a busy opening frame, I think, in and around Kari.
December 21st, Kari stopped 38 of 39 shots here. The first 4 in the shootout before relenting, and the Sharks beat him.
Good work by Sagan to hustle out to that point. Block the shot with the shins.
Now takes the pass from Oligoski, and at the line, he'll send it in deep. 18-year-old bound Nichushkin back there on Braun. Ben overskates the puck. Thornton's in there poking away. Ben, strong against Braun, takes it out to the line, still protecting it on his backhand. Feeds it toward the net. Nichushkin couldn't tip it home. Thornton to the boards. Goligoski cranks it around. Sagan trying to reach it, and he did tie up Marlowe enough so the pass doesn't get through to Burns at the Dallas line. Now the Sharks attack. Jamie Benn put it around behind for Alex Goligoski. Sagan with a touch feed to Garbett as the Stars change. Garbett bursting into the zone, but Irwin and Brown catch him. And now Burrish takes the pass into the Dallas line. He comes. Drops it off for Hannon. Not much of a scoring threat, but he put it in front, and Brown's follow-up denied. Fiddler worked it forward to Roussel. Garbett and Irwin tangle at center ice. And the puck comes back over the Dallas line. Jordy Ben fed it out. Desjardins is swarmed. Fiddler tripped up, but no call against San Jose. 3.5 minutes into the first period. Shots are 4-1 Sharks. Jordy Ben up ahead. Fiddler missed it, and an icing call against Dallas.
Well, again, more funneling from the Sharks and led by this fourth line, if you will. Take the line, buy a little bit of space, have a defenseman joining. Just a little trickler in, but you can see the bodies along with the puck funnel to the lap of Kari Lehtinen repeatedly here in the early going. I think he's playing the best of the 3 Olympic-bound Finnish netminders in the league right now. Niemi's the backup tonight for the Sharks. Has been struggling lately. Rask hasn't been on top of his game in Boston with the Bruins.
This one chunked out of play.
All upcoming next week. When they finish up the games this weekend, there's Antti Niemi charting this one on their bench. You know, the question is, for a lot of these teams, I think, which one are you going to go with past performances, or do you go with the hot hand right now? It's a short tournament.
And not a lot of time to figure it out. Boyle holding it in at the line, and then knocked it to Pavelski, out to Nieto, tipped by Wingles, and a save. Kari Lehtinen. Cole crunching Boyle along the boards. Finding the puck and a tap ahead. Deacon absorbs the hit, and Cole carries it forward, but Peverly stuck offside at the San Jose line.
Stars have had a good start here to the month of February, already halfway to their January win total of 4. And one of the things that they've been able to do here in this month is defend and keep teams at bay. helps when your goalie's been sharp. Right off a face-off win, the Sharks get that one rotating on a spread. I think there are going to be a lot of opportunities probably for both teams off face-off wins in this one tonight.
Actually, some early domination in the face-off circle. Eakin trying to get himself off the hook in the Dallas zone. Get back of the net, got away from Wingles, but not Nieto, and Lettinen got over with the pad. Pavelski turning it out to the line. Vlasic to Boyle. Takes a look. Shoots it. Blocked by Connaughton in front. Eakin gently out of the zone.
Cody Eakin doesn't do that very much, but he's trying to get too much out of something really close to his net and got met by an ambush of Sharks. That was a just about.
Here's Boyle. With Jason Demers out of the lineup, Boyle leads their back end in scoring with a respectable 22-point total.
A lot of minuses lately for him, though. And not a lot of points, but he's in the same boat as everyone else on the Sharks right now.
Irwin giving chase. Chase on chasing Irwin. We're saying that 5 times fast. Havlat put it back of his net. Irwin takes a step and pops it off the glass. That catches Shepard in stride into the Dallas zone, swinging away from Goligoski. Havlat stops at the front of the net. Kearns goes there as well as he feeds Hannon for a shot. Lettinen stopped it through a maze of bodies in front.
Great work by Ray Whitney to pick up the wide guy, Havlat, who went to the net. There was no option to get him the puck because of a responsible forward. That's been a big part of Dallas's defensive game lately.
Brent Burns chipped it on in. Shadowing Goligoski, Nichushkin moves it swiftly. It hits Jamie Benn in the skate at center ice. And Burns is back there to pick it up. Goes rink wide to Marlowe at the line. Thornton going in there. Marlowe lost it in his skates. Trevor Daley pounded by Marlowe and Thornton. Thornton took it away. Goligoski leaning on Jumbo Joe. Daley in there too. So is Marlowe. Furious two-a-side battle along the boards behind Lettinen's goal. A centering pass goes off Lettinen and then skips off Burns and wide.
Sharks have reunited this trio here, trying to spark their offense tonight.
Stewart cranking it. Goligoski absorbs it. And Sagan works himself clear of Patrick Marlowe and then has to do it again.
And that's like 3 great whites in your pool when those 3 are on the ice as a line together and deep.
Jordy Benn shoots it off Ryan Garbett. And that's Dan Boyle again. Roussel in there quickly, forced him to move the puck. Dillon from the line. Delays, worked it out to Fiddler. Roussel jockeying for position in front now, goes back of the net with Boyle on his back. Taps it off to Jordy Benn, who's down from his left defense position. Shot it, Garbett tipped it, and a save, Stalock. Popped over to the far side, Dillon holding it in. Vlasic collecting it in the corner. Turning it out to Desjardins, who drops it back, and Burrish will send Brown out. Dillon, after San Jose settles for the change, takes it around behind his net.
Good help again. That time Fiddler coming back. They've weathered the first 8 minutes of this thing.
But they turn it over here, and only the puck played with a high stick or so ruled stops play. No score early in San Jose for the Stars and the Sharks.
Because I believe in legends.
Because I believe in repeating myself.
Because I believe lightning can strike twice.
Because I believe in going back for seconds.
Thirds.
Fourths.
Because I believe there's no greater feeling than being here.
For tickets, call 1-800-PIT-SHOP or go to Daytona500.com.
Weeknights, Kelly brings the heat.
Developing tonight, a Kelly File exclusive. This is breaking news. We're just getting this.
Inside today's most explosive stories.
That's not the way it was supposed to go down.
Getting answers and challenging the status quo.
Sir, it's a back and forth. I'm not just going to give you the platform for a soliloquy. Don't come on here and spit. I will leave that to you to decide.
Powerful, insightful, fair, and balanced. Megyn Kelly taking prime time to the next degree.
Join me for the Kelly File, weeknights at 9.
Bienvenido a tu segunda patria, mexicano. ¡Bravo! nuevo! El papá de los pollitos.
Stars are in semi-survival mode here in the early going at the Shark Tank. Scoring chances 5 love. Some of them have been set up by loose play with the puck. He just got surrounded. He literally got surrounded by Sharks. And as he tried to change direction, ended up getting caught up with the net. This is that strong defensive work, both by Goligoski and by Ray Whitney, to make sure there was no option to go to the front of the net. Good team D.
Sharks now have won 7 of the first 9 faceoffs in the game. Goligoski having trouble with Wingels in the puck back of the net. Pavelski missing.
Wow. I wonder if that puck jumped up on Ed.
I thought he was dialed in.
Just prior to the break, he was the guy that knocked it down, thought it was below the height that is allowed. And this one, a poor play in behind the icing line. Puck gets away, and that's not the guy you want set up.
Brent Burns now and Jamie Benn. Benn wins the faceoff for Dallas. Marlowe's in there right away. To Burns in front. Goligoski blocks the pass. Benn tried to drag it past Stewart. And the same two lock up at center ice. 2 or 3 players missing the puck. Nichushkin tapping it over. Benn harassing Burns. Braun with a good pass ahead to Thornton. Feeding Burns on the wing. Goodfella trucks on in, centered it off Lettinen. Marlowe was occupied, and here come the Stars. 3-on-2 as they hit the San Jose line. Nichushkin trying to get past, and he's wiped out by Stewart. Gets right back up and finds the puck. Passes off. Connaughton a shot, and a save there from Stalock.
First real good one. Thornton gave that puck away after that thundering hit on Nichushkin on the boards.
Now Braun as both teams change. Connaughton taps it out. Cole with a little bit of speed. Kearns fell, and Cole missed the net.
By a considerable margin. 2 good plays by Connaughton, though, who should have fresh legs and a little spunk to start this one.
Stars come up with the puck. Here's Eakin. Finding Gonchar down to Cole. Back out toward Eakin, and that's intercepted and cleared. Shepard fell, and Peverly failed to gain the line and goes twisting to the ice for his efforts.
Well, Big Stewart hits with vicious enthusiasm, and he rocked Nichushkin trying to break down the boards. I think Val stumbled a little bit, too. Right into the SAP logo, then had it gifted back again. Stars with a little tester from distance. Connaughton, who's got a very good shot, ripped that one from just inside or just outside the top of the circle. I like his game when he's on. Uses legs. He's got good offensive instincts. He's got a great shot. He and Rome have platooned on this road trip.
Here's Brendan Dillon. They'll try and get away from the San Jose pressure. Dillon delays, fired it up to Chiasson. It's tied up at the line. It came right back out, and so another offside call here.
It's a tough time getting the puck up quick enough to these guys, all 3 forwards. You want to talk about gap. All 3 forwards were at the attack blue line. The Dallas D were inside their own blue line. That's a massive area between the 2 of them to try to get it up there and feed their speed game. There were times last night where, especially early in the game, that was the case. The D were retreating with the puck. The forwards were up the ice. They couldn't get their pace going. They did after a while.
Stars work this draw. Gonchar to Connaughton outside the line. And Boyle trying to go. Whitney intercepts the pass. Turns it forward to Chiasson, who's had a step. Stalock plays it with some uncertainty. Orkoff attempting to stop the Sharks from exiting, but it's Nieto into the Dallas zone. Threw it toward the front of the net. Vlasic's been extremely active. Around the boards and out to Boyle. Shot deflected wide. Chiasson rams it out of there. And the Sharks are right back over, but a good play by Gonchar and his stick.
That was a bad change by Dallas. The puck was not all the way up the ice. You could see the Sharks trying to expose that. Lizard stick from Gonchar saved them.
Vern Fiddler in the San Jose zone as the Stars try and spend some time here. But Wingels clears. That one gloved ahead by Dillon and played by Garbett. A whistle. 9.5 remaining in the first period. The score? There is no score in San Jose.
The daily commute becomes something so much more with precious cargo on board. Life doesn't stop for bad weather, and the fact is, all that connects your car to the road are 4 small patches of rubber. Take comfort in a tire that can get you safely through all kinds of weather, rain, shine, or even light snow. Drive confidently knowing your tire is backed by a 75,000-mile limited treadwear warranty. Nitto 421Q, for life's next.
A man pioneers a way to see the unseen, leading to radar, forever providing early warnings and safer journeys. The conviction to create a safer journey is the Mazda way. The Mazda 6 uses radar, lasers, and sensors to detect objects and even apply the brakes for you. Introducing the modern sports sedan, the Mazda 6. What do you drive?
Not eye-popping numbers against the Sharks in Kari Lettinen's career, but he's been sensational here in the early going as the Stars have been under a lot of pressure from San Jose, trying to get off the schneid. Both pucks and people in and around the net. Been like a rodeo in the crease area for Kari. Some of it produced by his own guys. Good stop in tight on Nieto there. This chance for Pavelski, their top goal scorer. I thought that puck was up on end. You could see it perfectly there as it came out to him. Sat flat in front, and he whipped it over top of the net. Friday is Joe Pavelski Day in his hometown in Wisconsin.
Yes.
It's kind of a weird time to have Joe Pavelski Day, though, isn't it? Early February?
Yeah. I'm assuming he won't be there for it.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, his numbers lately, wow. Wow.
His 4th season of at least 25 goals. His next goal will be his 30th. Part of Team USA coming up. Jordy Ben has 2 of Dallas's 3 shots. Snapped it up off Roussel. All the way around the boards. Garbett trying to find it. Connaughton has the other, so no forward has yet hit Stalock or the net. Ben trying it again, and that one goes off Brown.
Man, good commitment by Brown. This line has set a pace for Todd McClellan and their crew with commitment. There's a chance to remind you, as you, I'm sure, are enjoying a cold one at 10 o'clock here, to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. We'll get it in before midnight for you. That's the promise.
Sagan will try Burns, and they jockey around here, both teams.
Stars just haven't had the puck much here in the opening 11 minutes.
Sagan fell trying to kick it, and then from his back got it out to Goligoski, who shot hits Thornton. Swing and a miss from Daly, but he kind of popped it to the side of the net. Burns wants to go. Picks it up on the return from Marleau and fires it over the top of the net. Loose at the side. Lettinen makes the save on Marleau in front.
His line again. Large and with pace. Hit neutral ice. I'm fascinated by Burns. I know I've said it before, but he is just unfettered manimal. Comes through, rips this one high and really bouncy glass and boards here in San Jose. Gets chopped on the backhand by Marleau. Another save by Kari Lettinen on a tricky one.
Converted from defenseman to forward.
Man, has he been in a drought, though.
Yeah.
14 games without a goal. That stings.
Marleau just has 2 in his last dozen. Nieto feeds it to Vlasic, has a look. Lettinen fought it off. Daly engaged with Pavelski in the corner. Beverly coming in, so is Nieto for San Jose. Squeaks free, and the Stars have it. Goligoski on the break. Angling left at center and firing it around the boards. Vlasic pumps it back to the net. Beverly was tied up. Cole throwing a brisk check against Wingles. Wingles is their hit leader, incidentally. Eakin going in with Vlasic. Boyle throws it right over to Eakin in the corner and then goes after him.
Boy, everything's being contested by San Jose. There's not a lot of room for Dallas in this game.
Connaughton with the quick up. Eakin chipped it over.
Like San Jose said, we're going to take a page out of what Dallas has done lately, and we're going to throw it right back in their face.
Shepard firing it in, Lettinen waiting, and then he's in trouble.
Wow. Hurry.
And apparently not played with a high stick. Whitney overskating the puck.
It was quite a patient and risky move.
Connaughton tried to rock it out of the zone. Havlet leaves it. Kearns coming in after the puck, and Connaughton turns it over to Gonchar. Whitney down the wing. Hannon arriving ahead of Chiasson. Whitney, I get credit for a hit on Kearns. And here come the Stars. Jordy Benn, 5 of them stacked up at center. Benn shoots it in. And Stalock hangs on to it offside against Dallas, maybe?
Stalock, who's just stood back there and watched his team play well, and Kari Lettinen saved the day. Although Kari just about set things up in front of him. Maybe he was watching Mike Smith too much last night. I think Smith is easily the best puck-handling netminder in the league. They decided to just start this one from the Shark logo at center ice after that.
And off of that, Sharks win it. Boyle cranks it ahead. Desjardins tips it in. Lettinen's out again. To the boards, right to Desjardins. Burrish let it go, and Brown tripped up over the net. Burrish came darting through. Walked into Garbett. Dillon poking at the puck. And Burrish cranked from behind. Benn ahead to Antoine Roussel. Roussel shoves it down the boards and then jockeys his way past Boyle. Desjardins to the line, Stars keeping it in. Fiddler, Garbett, a shot, saves Stalock, and he reels in the rebound with Roussel and Garbett and Fiddler all going in there to have a word.
This is really good work in the corner to come up with this puck by this line and generate something towards Stalock. Hasn't been a lot of it. Dillon just rims it back in again. Fiddler wins his one-on-one in the corner, and out of that, boom. Garbett from the high slot. Boy, Fiddler's been good on this trip, making Bob proud. Bob, Denny, and Gord are all thrilled watching these three on the father's trip. He's hard scoring, Vern Fiddler. I think even he would admit that, but man, does he generate a lot of good through effort, second effort, getting an opportunity to play a speed game with those other two.
Tom Fiddler has been on several other father's trips when Vern was elsewhere, said this has to be the best one. Stretch is the best. Daly fires it in. Beverly following it up. There's a broken stick. It's Burns. They go across for the shot, and Stalock robs Jamie Benn.
Apparently, you don't have to be all warmed up. This is obscene. They had him dead. Broken stick. Burns doesn't know what to do. He's just a mess in front. They changed the point of attack by a wide margin. Great hands on Beverly. What a slick backhand. Thread the needle pass that was, and Stalock just broke Benn's heart.
Pays off to Stalock's left. Benn and Thornton are in there. Stalock has lost his last 2 decisions.
His last 2 wins are by Goose Egg.
Yes. Let's pump that in.
He can't score. I think that's been part of the equation of why he's lost his last couple.
Yeah. Goligoski up the middle. Braun's waiting for it. Burns just unable to catch that puck, or it would have been big trouble. Sagan. Beverly out here with Benn and Sagan now. 6 minutes remaining in the opening period. Shots are 8-5 San Jose, but Sharks have done a lot of things well here.
Well, scoring chances, believe me, are a way bigger difference than the shot difference in the game. They've had by far the better looks.
There's in no particular hurry here.
Control breakout, waiting to swing, double swing. Where's the double swing?
There you go. Pumped out to Cole, chips it forward to Eakin, trying to bust through the defense. He'll protect the puck, tried to get it to Nichushkin. Pavelski makes the play.
I like that one, little lull, little chip in neutral ice. Tried to hit Eakin through the middle. They have a couple of different control breakouts. I take a lot of guff for my love or hatred of something that happens maybe twice in a hockey game.
Nichushkin going after it. It was Jacques Lemaire who told Lindy Ruff, don't worry about it. Doesn't happen that often. Wingles chasing Dillon. Spikes it back of the net. Jordy Ben. Lost it to Kearns. Shot from Shepard. Blocked to the boards. Vlasic pumping it. Save Lettinen. Rebound gets away.
Boy, Dallas's D are going to have to find a way to do things quicker when they go back for pucks right now. They're getting hounded.
Vlasic fires another one. Kari Lettinen stops the music. Jamie Benn almost gets Dallas on the board first, but we're still scoreless late in the frame in San Jose.
You know things will always change, so you need an airline that can change a ticket without charging a fee. An airline that does more and asks less. Where you need to be is just as important to us as it is to you. Hassle-free ticket changes. Just one of the many little things we can do to roll with you. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Hi, I'm Jim.
He's nowhere near having a grounded human existence.
Dr. Drew thinks I'm a sex addict.
This guy's like the black hole of humanity.
Woo! Whoa!
Such a huge crush on you.
I'll have sex with you now.
No.
Legit, the all-new season premieres Wednesday, February 26th on FXX.
Real experience, real insight.
We're following this explosive story.
Nothing gets by Greta. Then,
Let me make this point. What was that all about?
there's no spin and no question. O'Reilly dominates. Plus, smart, sharp, and cutting edge.
It's the news of the day, but with a little heat.
Megan delivers. And Sean seals the deal with fearless talk.
What part of that aren't you understanding?
Most watched, most trusted. Fox News Channel.
Well, the Stars D have been under a lot of pressure from San Jose's forwards here in the opening period. Back in the old days, they'd be yelling at the forwards on the bench right now. Hold some guys up. Can't do that anymore. Skating gets in there. Their forecheck has been spot on. Great work by Kearns, Shepard, and Tommy Wingles to win some pucks and get pucks to the net right after that again. It's almost as if when they get the puck, they've got to start skating with it, get a little bit of distance and get away from that pressure.
Burris tried to fire this one off the Desjardins face-off win. Brown's in there, too. Again, a tempestuous trio for Todd McClellan. Vlasic held it. Boyle shot it wide of the net. Gonchar getting over there. Fiddler backing him up. And here comes Connaughton.
That's better. Get the puck, have your feet moving.
Vlasic makes the turn around his net and threw it away at center ice. Desjardins following up. And Gonchar holding his post. Under 4 minutes left in the first period. Third game of a 3-game road trip for the Stars. Won the first 2 in the Pacific Division on the road at Anaheim and last night in Phoenix. They move it away from the San Jose forecheck. Chason slowed at center ice. Turns over the puck. In comes Shepard against Jordy Ben. Can't get through. Ben takes the body.
That was a mess. The Stars had too many men on the ice for a second. A lot of times too many men on the ice or bad line changes are because of a bad puck play up the ice. Stars turned it over. They do it again.
Thornton gets the return and spots Scott Hannon, who's back in San Jose. Lifts it in deep. Originally drafted in '97 by the Sharks. Well, there's stops, and now he's here.
He's closing in on 1,000 games. Stars have diffused the energy in this building, though. Kari has been the pin, if you will, with that.
Burns from the board, shot it. Goligoski came out and blocked it. Beverly takes a look. Back to Alex. Passing to Trevor Daley.
That's what's great about these two on defense. Get it, move. Feet moving, slide, find a lane. Don't get pinned down.
Bad in the corner. Sagan back of the net, but Braun steps in. Dillon took a chance. Puck cranked out to the Dallas line. Goligoski's there to back it up again. Hit the linesman on the clear. Second bid off Braun. Sagan trying to beat him to the puck. Can't do it. Braun clears, and it's out of play.
I think one of the keys to Dallas's resurgence defensively has been when the fact that they put Daly and Goligoski back together again. That this little stingy run started after that 4-1 loss at Nashville. The goal against or less in 5 of the 7 since then, and that was right when they said we're going to throw them back together. They were so good prior to Trevor Daly's ankle injury in Toronto. And really since then, the top 2 pairs have been the same. It's been Dillon and Jordy Ben and Daly and Goligoski, and then they've had some mix and match a little bit on this pair that's on the ice, Connaughton and Gonchar.
Eakin getting low against Kearns, winning the draw. Connaughton took his eye off the puck now. Sends it deep for Cole. Shoving away from Irwin. Nichushkin is out here with Cole and Eakin. Hopefully he and Beverly have swapped. Pucks into the Dallas bench.
Yeah, Val didn't have a real good game last night. He needs to find a way to be a little more assertive with the puck, less deferring, and maybe by mixing him or moving him to a different line where he's not always looking at Jamie or always looking at Tyler Sagan, he can do a little bit of his own work. Again, only a couple games in the last 12 where he's been able to register points.
Shepard hauls it over. Gonchar had him. Ablett centering pass, knocked aside. And then he really misfired on the feet. It goes angling back in on Stalock. Snapped it out. Cole couldn't quite catch it at the line. Havlat stopped again. Jordy Ben for Cole. With Eakin into the San Jose zone. Cole drops the shoulder and draws a penalty against the San Jose Sharks. Cole winds up behind Stalock and in the Shark net.
Wow, is that vintage Eric Cole or what? Barge down that right wing side, get to the net. It doesn't happen, though, without a great play by Cody Eakin there, tracking back into his own zone, knocks the puck off Havlat's stick, and then giddy up. No match whatsoever, speed-wise or with Braun. Hannon just couldn't handle him. Takes the minor as Cole turns the corner on him and rocks Stalock. Good work.
Stars power play 1 for 4 last night. They've hit in 8 of their last 10 games. Goligoski works the line, hands it back to Ben. Down low to Sagan, whose shot is up high. Rides the boards. Goligoski settling it again. Here's Cole with a lot of room. Chason's in front of the net. Cole shot it. Stewart blocks it. Cole repossessing now from the hinge. Down to Ben in the corner. They want Sagan. Passing off, and Ben missed it.
1 minute left to play.
Stewart couldn't find it in his skates. Braun will. Stars work to keep it in the zone, and Stewart with another chance clears.
That was 4 times in the early going on that the Stars were able to regather the puck again. Didn't get anything dangerous on net, but good hunt.
Goligoski springing Sagan at the line, but he's surrounded. Desjardins clears. Letman. Sort of an odd pass off the boards.
He's handled the puck a lot here in the opening frame.
Ben across the ice for Whitney. Passes behind him, and he is offside with 25 seconds left in the frame.
It was an odd play all around by Jamie Benn. A little stick language, a little air hockey over top of the puck on one side, and then as he tried to get it across, I think he was looking to change anyway with the second unit coming on. He harbors a pretty healthy dislike for the Sharks. Through the years, he's been a productive player against them and has had the best chance of this opening period for the Stars.
This has not been a series this season between the two teams decided by power plays. Neither team has scored. Dallas 0 for 5, Sharks 0 for 8.
No, it's been decided by penalty shots.
Yes. Scramble in the corner with 10 left in the frame. Gonchar waiting for it. Works it over Whitney. Wild shot. Horkoff centered it. Vlasic cleans it up. And nobody gets nothing in period 1.
Well, they'll get a minute of power play time on the other side of this intermission. There's some weariness in the Stars. You can see that. Their goaltender was their best player by a mile in the opening frame, and they'll take 0-0 through 20 here at the tank.
So far, no score through 1 period. San Jose out shooting the Stars 9-6. Giveaways even, takeaways Not that much of a difference either. Face-off, Stars winning in that category 14-9, but Stars couldn't find the back of the net. Neither could the Sharks. The Sharks really outpacing the Stars in that first period. And Kari Lehtinen, #1 star so far in this game. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, yeah, I have to say so for sure. Their head coach had sent a message today, and I'd say message received as far as the San Jose Sharks go. But again, a back-to-back night for the Stars. You pretty much knew that Kari was going to have to be a good player tonight. I think what Dallas did especially well in the first period is they weathered the storm.
Yeah, it was like the other night, too. They just came out and really had to weather the storm. You knew this was coming. If everything that, Letty, you're going to talk about, the coach calling out the San Jose Sharks, I think he made some good comments about them trying to get their act together. So the Dallas Stars had to expect it. They weathered the storm. They start to make a push near the end. A couple chances, but they really have to push forward moving these next 2 periods.
Well, we didn't have a pregame show, so because of that, we want to show you what Sharks head coach Todd McLellan had to say before tonight's game.
If you're asking me, with Dallas not giving up much and us not scoring a lot, how do we find a way to win? Well, first decision we have to make is whether or not we want to work, because we didn't make that decision against Philly. And I know it's a different day and a new opponent, but until that decision's made and we decide we all want to compete together for a full 60, it really doesn't matter what else we have as far as game plan goes.
Mr. Ludwig, message received, would you say?
Yeah, and they came out with the intent tonight, and it wasn't going to be a fancy game, I think, for San Jose. They're going to get back to their basics. They've obviously got size. They've got guys that can skate, and they were just putting pucks in, and they're making sure that they pressure. And you can see they want to outman the Dallas Stars. They're going to work, and they got exactly what Todd McLellan wanted. They came out against Philly the other night. They were kind of lethargic. Philly ended up chasing Niemi out of the net with 3 goals in 4 minutes, and they spent a lot of time in their own end. I think they kind of wanted to flip the script, and you can see right here, Tommy Wingels doesn't even let them set up, and you can tell the pressure that they want to put on the guys. Cody Eakin here, no room, no space, gets attacked by 3 guys, a lot of pressure in front of the net. Good for Kari to keep him in that game. But again, these are the kind of games that when a team comes out and they press, Dallas did a good job holding them off. Now they got 30 seconds or so to start the next period on the power play. You never know what's going to happen.
And Todd McLellan, head coach for the Sharks, they really wanted to put pressure on Goligoski and Daly. They want Thornton, the top line, out against them as much as possible. We saw that matchup initially here in that first period.
Well, the Stars survived the storm at the Shark Tank so far in the first period. No score after 1 period. We'll be right back for more. At 1 in 4, their last 5, the Stars looking for 6 points on this West Coast road trip. The Dads are seeing their final game of this 3-game road trip. We'll see if the Stars can hand them a win. No score so far through 1 period. Jamie Benn, though, had a nice scoring chance in the first period. Really the Stars' first scoring chance of the period.
Yeah, it wasn't much to show there from the first period from the Dallas Stars, but they took Peverley and put him on the line with Jamie Benn. They moved Val with Cody Eakin and Cole, and this is what you get. Nice little severed stick in the middle there, Letty, but the young Alex Stalock comes in and clamps down in this one. What a shot by Jamie Benn. We didn't see enough of this in the first period, Letty. The Stars just weren't able to have any recourse for the hard forecheck from the Stars and the Sharks. So you want to see more of this, putting pressure on this guy. You have to get and create more chances.
Yeah, they got to get out of their own end. If they can work their way out of their own end. They're playing back-to-back games. They got 30 seconds on the power play. Find a way to get in there, get something set up, and don't turn it into a 5-on-5. You only got about 30 seconds by the time in. Try to gain a little momentum there at the start of the period.
They're sending 2 guys hard on this Dallas Stars defense. Every team wants to put as much pressure as they can on them. They're doing that effectively in this game.
They know they played last night, so they want to wear them down there. They got a veteran coaching staff there. They know that we don't have to win the game in the first period. We don't have to win in the second period. Continue to play in their end. Wear them down. We'll get opportunities as the game moves along.
Shots 9-6 in favor of the Sharks. No score after 1 period at the Shark Tank, but when we come back, we're going to take a look at some other scores around the league. 3 NHL games going on.
And the realignment means earlier start times, geographic rivalries, but Razor, maybe the Stars wish they were still in the Pacific Division.
They've certainly lorded over the current members of the Pacific, and it's changed a little bit. 12-2-2. They've won the last 6. The only regulation losses were at Los Angeles and at Anaheim in October. Pretty impressive stuff. or AT&T Uverse Rewind. Big reason why they've been able to drill the Pacific, the performances from three key guys. Ben, who's been outstanding, a lot of it done against the Calgary Flames, I might add. Sagan, 19 points in 15 games. Ben was 21 and 16. That duo has drummed a few of the inhabitants of the Pacific. And the other guy to add to the mix is Ryan Garbett. 13 points, 7 of them goals in 14 games. He's a nightmare for the Anaheim Ducks. Scored a empty net goal last night against Phoenix. Ben, again, had the opportunity the opening period here tonight against the Sharkies and couldn't get it to go.
Scott Hannon took the first period's only minor. It was a hooking call late, allowing Dallas 34 seconds of power play time with which to work to start the frame. Ben tried to go forward. Braun shoots it in, and Goligoski will bring it up. Dallas looking for the game's first goal. He'll shoot it in. Stalock back to stop it. Lost it in his skates. Cole closing on Stewart. Braun trying to nudge it into the corner. Chase on there protecting the puck. He lifts it out. Here's Ben. Wants Sagan badly, but has to go to Goligoski. The lane was closed. Sagan stops it, shoots it wide of the net. Ben's pass, a poor one, and Hannon, no threat coming out of the penalty box, goes right to the San Jose bench. So Dallas is 0 for 1 in the game. The Sharks yet to enjoy, as we say, a man advantage. Now they're enjoying possession of the puck in the Dallas zone, and Burns went crashing into the back of the Dallas net. Vlasic pumped it. Burns tipped it. Lettinen stops it. And there's Burns.
It would have been a steady diet of that. To the front of the net. The other end, the Stars with a little bit of power play time. And when you're on the power play nowadays, even at even strength, if you can't shoot the puck off the pass, the lane gets filled. Goligoski up top. Ben decides he's not going to one-time that puck. Back to Goligoski. Not a good one-time puck. It's in the skates of Sagan on the far side, and then one bad pass, and they're out of there. The setup man has been Goligoski, who had a masterful January. 11 points for him, and a lot of it because the power play ticked up.
Stars climb after a loose puck. There goes Garbett with Roussel into the zone. Sharks hustle back to Burish, taking Roussel. Roussel back of the net. Bouncing off Burish. Trying a backhand shot. Boyle whacks it forward. Brown, Desjardins, and Burish. Up ahead, Vlasic joining at the line. Desjardins to Vlasic. Shoved it wide. Contact made there by Antoine Roussel. Back of the net, Jordy Ben pokes it away from Burish. Roussel waiting for it along the boards, and he'll clear. Kirks Irwin hands it off and gets it back from Scott Hannon. Horkoff deflects that pass deep. Burns, Marlowe, Thornton, they were all over it in the first period. Irwin at the line with bodies in front. Passes off to Burns. Conchar had some of him. Marlowe off Thornton's skate. He angles it right in on Kari Lettinen.
Big bodies again. A lot of puck protection. Marlowe, you saw it up top there. Get it into Thornton. I don't know that they've been that clean. They've had possession, but it hasn't been ticky-tacky toe passing recitals with the three of them. Thornton, of course, one of the top setup men in the NHL. Crosby picked up another helper. Also saw him score a goal tonight to move ahead of Thornton, but he's the only guy ahead of him in the helper department. He likes to bake other people's cookies.
Piano passing this off for Hannon. Cole following him back of the net. Centered it to Pavelski, who was locked up.
They try to run a lot of plays from behind the goal line to the front of the net. They did it repeatedly in the first. Tried again there.
Nichushkin lurking. Puck toward the line. Daly holding it in. Remember, he has 3 goals in his last 11 games. He had 1 in his first 31. He's backing up to center, but now Nichushkin has the puck, so he comes back into the zone. Nieto lost it to Cole. Couldn't get it deep enough. And Wingles dragging it from center, shooting it in. Lettinen leaves it. Goligoski passes to Big Val. Getting away from Burns into the zone. Nichushkin passing it over. It hits Eakin. Nichushkin tried to throw it at the net. He had been breaking toward the goal, and here comes Marlowe the other way. Shooting it in deep and around the boards. Stewart on the pinch. Nichushkin there to take it away from Burns. He'll go after it with Thornton in the corner, using his big frame to shield Jumbo Joe, and a good pass to Dillon. Up ahead to Jamie Benn. Benn and Sagan at the San Jose line. Benn falls from his knees, hits Dillon.
Jamie Benn just had a nightmare shift. He's been on the ice more than he's been on his wheels.
Here's Sagan with the catch at the line. Shooting it in, Stalock keeps it, and a face-off in San Jose ice upcoming.
Jamie rocking and rolling his way around. He along with Sagan and now Peverley on that line. The three of them combined to go 8 for 9 on face-offs in the opening frame. So they were starting with the puck a lot. It was a good opening period in that regard against a very good face-off team in the Sharks. And they're pushing this game along and mucking their way through this. They haven't given San Jose a lot of second opportunities in front of Kari, who's been great.
Burns and Chiasson to Stalock's left. Chiasson wins it. Gonchar shoots it. Saves Stalock again.
Alex Chiasson wins a few draws. You know, as a righty, Stars don't have a ton of right shot guys. He can step in there as a big brawny guy. He's got good numbers against the Sharks in limited opportunities against them. 3 goals and 5 points in 4 games. Had his minutes reduced to pretty much 4th line.
Ooh, Horkoff with a deflection. Stalock was right there for it. Chiasson, young man, continuing to work and improve. Goals came easy for him early in his NHL career. Horkoff handing it off. Goligoski tied up with Havlat. Chiasson back of the net to Whitney. Shepard engaged. Walked right into Chiasson, but slipped the puck past him. Whitney kept it in at the line, and Sharks finally flush it out. To Naughton. We'll go back of his net. San Jose finishes their change, and here he comes. Swerving his way around Burns. It hits Sagan, who chips it in deep. Stalock moves it to Vlasic. Sagan over to Popham. Daly rescuing the puck. That pass is off the mark, but it angles right in on goal. Stalock forced to play it, and a face-off coming in to his left. Secure your seats for the most anticipated Stars games this spring with the Flex 4-pack. Choose 4 remaining Stars games, save up to 14% and avoid all Ticketmaster fees. Get your Flex 4-pack today at 214-GO-STARS or DallasStars.com/Flex4. Some victory green here.
More than usual tonight.
The Papas are with us again. Trevor Daly walks in, cuts to the middle, shot it. It bounces in front, and Stewart plays it to the boards.
Face-off win, attacking zone. Tough to get pucks all the way through in this one, though.
Burns driving it around the boards. Big tie up in the corner. And Thornton. Beverly draws him. The penalties coming up against Beverly. Extra attacker on for San Jose. And there's Ben with the tap.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rich. He was in the general vicinity, and Thornton drew this. There's the chance at the other end. Beverly beat Thornton off the draw. Daly scampering and scooting in. Couldn't get it to go all the way through. I think Stewart stopped that one. And then this battle in behind. Free hand on his hip because of all the movement of Jumbo Joe. Beverly sits in forced confinement, and this recently silent San Jose power play goes to work.
Finally got one the other night after a 6-game absence in the power play goal scoring department.
Wingles was lurking out there, and finally Pavelski said, no, you got to go.
It's Pavelski.
Thornton and Roussel were battling one another on the outside, and because of that, Pavelski gets booted.
Sharks with all this firepower mid-pack. Power play this year. Marlowe kicks it back out. Boyle to Burns into the middle. Marlowe, a shot saved. Lettman. Pavelski has 10 power play goals, and Boyle lost it. Fiddler unable to take advantage of that. Marleau hands it back. Here comes Thornton. Across the line, shot it, and it goes off a stick and into the screen.
Pavelski, you're mentioning the numbers for him on their power play. He's got 21 power play points, 10 of those goals. One of the first guys to hire a personal scoring coach. Guy's name is Ron Johnson from Vancouver. He's used him for a couple of years. Kessler uses him too as well. Breaks teams down for him, shows them shooting options. I think it's the future of this league. Every team has at least one goalie coach, but he's the only shooting or scoring coach that I know of. And your guys that are on your staff are usually so focused on systems and what have you. Sometimes it has to be individualistic. That puck came out.
Yep.
The offside start from neutral ice, and this power play not going anywhere right now. And the feeling is, and I understand it too, that, you know, if it can boost a guy's goal total and you're a good goal scorer by, 5 to 10, that's a lot of dough.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dough.
So I guess you can coach goal scoring. Stalock out to move the puck. Eakin harassing Boyle, who gave it to Burns. Marleau at center ice. Shook it across. Stars are waiting for it. Garbett is.
A lot of pucks and skates from San Jose tonight, going. They're top guys, too. Not a lot of tape to tape.
Eakin pulls it away from the pile. And then cuts to the middle. Eakin, a backhander, saves Stalock. He wants to face up, but Stalock moves it. 45 left on the San Jose power play. Here comes all of Brent Burns. Leaving it for Thornton. From the hinge, Thornton centers it. Goligoski might have tipped that on its way to Pavelski, and the Stars come up with the puck. Eakin clears.
Really, I think Thornton expected and needed Pavelski to drive to the net, not fade away from it.
Stars get Beverly back in 25 seconds. Nieto shakes it over the line. Jordy Ben, past Braun. Ten seconds left on the power play. Irwin for Nieto at center. Braun shot it over. Jordy Ben delays, and a good pass ahead to his brother, the Dallas captain. Ben waiting. Beverly comes on. Problems continues for the San Jose power play. 1 for their last 22 and 0 for 1 in the game tonight.
It did not look good either.
Wingles trying to escape. He walked into Beverly. Irwin able to spit it out to center ice. And Gonchar surveying his options. Passing forward, Sagan chips it in, goes after it with Irwin back of the net. Irwin has position and the puck, but his pass hit a stanchion and skips right over to Braun. With everybody looking the other way at center. Braun steps up, shoots it across. Burrish into the corner. Connaughton tied up. Brown Stars tip it out.
Line's had a pretty prominent role for Todd McLellan tonight. Fourth line, probably better without the puck than with it.
Started the game for him.
He played a lot, too. I mean, Brown's usually a 5-minute game player, and he's going to, if this pace continues, be in the teens.
Boyle pushed it up. Burrish tried to get around Gonchar, couldn't do it.
Wow, what a hit.
Roussel is planted. Fiddler comes into the zone against Vlasic. No allies amidst 3 Sharks, but he comes up with the puck in the corner. That's Garbett. And Wingles tapped it back to Desjardins now for Stewart, with Pavelski breaking at center ice. Goligoski gave it right to Pavelski. Cuts over the line. Stars have the puck. Daly out to Whitney. Garbett attempting to get a step on Braun, who beat him to the puck, finds Wingles at center.
It's just chip and chase, chunk and drive hockey here in the middle frame.
Stars pass it over. Stewart passes it up.
There's no fluidity, no vaselinity in this game.
See what Eakin can do with a backhander. And a shot again. Pinball's in front from Nichushkin. More than anybody was looking for that. Thornton taps it back. Nieto turns it over. Stars give it right back. Braun takes the line. Surrounded. And Ben reached away from Marlowe. Jordy did. Rink wide to Nichushkin. Val into the zone. On his backhand around the net. Passes it to Jordy Ben at the line for a shot. It's deflected wide in front.
And that got all the way through. Good screen by Cole in front of the net. And that quick shot from Jordy Ben, who's great at that.
Dallas Stars and the San Jose Sharks. You can usually count on a little bit of this. Antoine Roussel will get the license plate and go back after him later, I would think.
Ford Truck Month is here with a stampede of savings. The best time to find out what makes Ford F-Series America's #1 selling truck. Tough, capable, smart. You demand that from your truck. And about every 42 seconds, someone else does too. During Ford Truck Month, get 0% financing for 66 months or up to $5,500 cash back on Super Duty. Follow the stampede to your best in Texas Ford dealer.
Here's another one. Allison Dudek hails Corners, Wisconsin. Nice pass by Allison Dudek. Can she hang on to that spot? And she
With the UVerse wireless receiver, your TV goes where you take it, allowing inspiration to follow.
Looks pretty good, right?
Switch to UVerse and add a wireless receiver today.
Our new planes don't fly any faster, but it sure feels that way. Because with power ports and Wi-Fi and in-seat entertainment for everyone on board, now when you fly, time flies too.
Sir, we're about to land.
We're adding a brand new plane with all this every week. It's just one way we're building the new American.
Well, they're not exactly witnessing a roller coaster of emotions here tonight. The dads, a 0-0 game halfway through, flying the colors. Edward Dillon in the foreground, Bob Fiddler, the entire crew. Very laid-back bunch.
Yeah.
In back-to-back games, they're trying to conserve their energy a little.
Yeah. They have a good, strong finish. Jordy Ben knocks it in off those bouncy inboards. Stewart ripped it out. Dillon takes Shepard's hit. Here comes Jordy Ben with a little open ice. Into the zone. Shot it. Saves Stalock. Jordy's had 4 or 5 shots at the net tonight.
Take what's given.
Thornton lifting it out of the zone. And a hand pass between brothers Ben.
Jordy wanted to be a goaltender when he was a kid, and his dad, Randy, who you saw in that shot, said no. I think there's a lot of dads through the years that have said, I know you really want to play the position, but I don't want you to play it, and it's really, really expensive. So why don't you just play goal for your younger brother and move into D. He's played well here again tonight. You're right, he's had a couple of pucks through to the net. Lost a linesman here, it looks like. Jay Shares over on their bench.
How did that conversation go in the Ray household, by the way, when you announced
No choice.
That was it. That's what you were doing.
Yeah. Wasn't as expensive back in the day, though. You used the minor hockey's gear. Played defense the first year and still wanted to play goal, and in I went. Almost like makeup application going on over there right now. Took a stick or a puck above the eye.
Well, they work on Jay Scherers. We'll remind you that you can get a new Victory Green Stars cap. Come see the Stars take on the Coyotes this Saturday. AT&T Cap Day. The first 10,000 fans of the game will receive a free Stars cap courtesy of AT&T. Tickets at 214GO-STARS or DallasStars.com. And this is going to be a very, very important and competitive game for the Stars against the Coyotes.
Lindy Ruff had a funny line this morning after that game with Phoenix last night. Jamie Benn asked Lindy if they could start the morning meeting early, and Ruff said, sure, if you promise to start the game on time tonight. Snap. I love having Randy Ruff around, Lindy's brother. Gives me all the inside information. Keep him around. Such a good guy.
Icing against Lindy Ruff's Dallas Stars.
After all that delay, they retreat back to the right of Kari Lettinen, who has not been as busy here in the second as he was back in the first. I mean, the shots have evened up. They're 11 aside. Not a high total for two teams that usually test the shot clock.
Starts with just 2 in the middle frame. 3-on-2 as the Stars hit the line. Connaughton on the wing to Whitney. That puck got away from him. Whitney, Chiasson in the corner. Hannon puts it back in the net. Ablett launching it. And there's the whistle.
Well, this is perfect for Dallas in the style of game, obviously, but also the score. The longer you can go with a goose egg on the board in this building against a team that's not scoring right now. They've been blanked twice, the Sharks have, in their last 5 games. Their only win is in a shootout. Stars are trying to continue what is turning into some pretty strong play in these second games of back-to-backs, which were a disaster the last 2 seasons.
And here's
Brown and Roussel.
Yeah.
Roussel got rocked. Brown with one of those hits is very reminiscent of what used to get Rafi Torres in trouble with that kind of predatory hit in behind the net, but there was no hit to the head. Brown's probably like, hey, I'm playing tonight. I don't want any part of that.
Yep. Stars get this over. Boyle snaps it back out off the glass. Olodowski to Trevor Daley. On the wing. Roussel shot it, saved Stalock. And a little extra.
It's time now for the club one.
Roussel is still getting under everyone's skin. That's what they pay him for. Scoreless still in the second.
Behold, the Pioneer. First brewed in Fort Worth, Texas. 96 calories of Texas-sized taste. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Dad, I'm cold.
Why do we have to have movie night out here?
Because we have AT&T U-verse's fastest internet, and it's not even half as fast as our neighbor's Time Warner Cable 100 meg internet. So what are you gonna do?
Dave, you don't have to borrow your neighbor's Wi-Fi anymore. Time Warner Cable's fastest internet ever is here.
Call 1-855-WANT-TWC to get a double play for $64.99 a month. Get 5 premium movie channels free for 3 months. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
This is it. The big bang of light beers. The one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Dallas Stars hockey on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Enjoy all the best savings on America's best-selling brand. Ford is the best in Texas. By Q Clothier and Rich Hippie, official wardrobe providers of the Dallas Stars. And by the all-new Mazda 3 with seamless connectivity. Not very many connections tonight, which is okay with the Stars. They played last night in Phoenix, finishing up a 3-game trip in the Pacific Division. Wins at Anaheim and Phoenix. Tonight, trying to hang around with the San Jose Sharks.
This is the Stars' 8th set back-to-backs. They lost the second game in each of the first 3, but they've won 3 of 4 since. Pretty good stuff. These are not easy games, and as I mentioned, they got really drummed in these before. Lindy's played Kari Lettinen in both sides of these a lot more than in past. It's amazing how you can have your #1 goaltender play 2 nights in a row.
Daley creeping in back of the net. Centered it. Went away from Sagan. Here's Ben shooting it quickly, and it's tipped over the top into the corner. Braun on his backhand. Squeezed it past Ben. Daly holds the line. Beverly going in with Braun. Ben threw it in front of the net. Thornton works it away to Burns. And up he comes to center, firing it around the boards. Marlowe lost the puck on his stick. Thornton toward Burns. Back out to Stewart. Passing over to Braun. Puck hit Thornton. He retrieves. And then pushed it to Burns, who tipped it into the corner. Stewart pumps it. Save Lettinen.
Squeeze hard. Stewart's been around it a little bit tonight. That big hit back in the first period on Nichushkin, this time coming in, trying to pump something home. He hasn't scored a goal since December 3rd. They got a few guys on the back end who have bazooka shots. He'd be one of them who haven't scored a lot lately. Both Irwin and Braun can really deliver the puck from distance, but they're not getting much of a second wave. They're not even getting their first wave right now, but not much from the D.
Stars win the face-off. Jordy Ben shot it around. Rockets off hand and stick. Nichushkin chases Irwin. Pass to Nieto. Who has scored the last 2 San Jose goals. Nieto has. Then a 5-2 loss to Philadelphia. Dillon over to Jordy Ben. Up ahead, Wingles cut it off. Irwin hits it over. Pavelski fought the puck at the line and then ran into Big Brendan Dillon. Eakin throwing his body against Wingles, who comes away with it. Launching it back out to Irwin. Feeding it deep to Wingles. Nieto passing it out to Hannon. Finding Irwin. Everything on the outside, though. Irwin to Nieto. Jordy Ben jumped him. Nichushkin shovels it out to center ice. Stars unable to get their full change in. Now they will on an icing call against San Jose.
Well, hockey's losing here in the second period. This has been as un-Stars San Jose-like as I think we've ever seen in this building. There have been lulls before, but neither team seems to have that extra little step. Stars have way more of an excuse as to that. This is perfect for them. They're trying to dull this one up and pull points out of here, but puzzling from San Jose. Their coach asked them to bring a little more emotion and tenacity, and some have, but it's been spotty.
Havlet over the line. San Jose would like to change off the icing. Gonchar quickly up to Chiasson. He'll relay it in. Alex Stalock threw it away, and Chiasson couldn't gather it. Havlet towards Shepard. Across the Dallas line. Connaughton shoves him off the puck. Horcoff back of the net to support. Kearns hits Horcoff. And the Stars, Connaughton chunked it ahead. Horcoff had it tipped away by Havlet. Marty Havlet firing wide of the net. Vlasic from the line. Shooting also off the mark. Havlet toward Kearns. Horcoff steals. And Whitney pushing it forward to Chiasson at center. He shot it in. Under 6 to play in the second period. Shots are 12-12. Fiddler kicked it. Goligoski following it up. Back to Trevor Daly. Meander his way over. And then cut toward the middle again. Daly shot it. Might have been deflected, but it's over the net in any case, sending us to break late in the second period. Still awaiting the game's first goal.
Life's an adventure when you're with her, and it always has been. But your erectile dysfunction? It could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
You're saying I can get AT&T's network with a data plan and unlimited talk and text for as low as $45 a month?
$45 a month.
Wow. No annual contract?
No annual contract.
No long-term agreement?
No long-term agreement.
Really?
Really?
Okay, so what's the catch?
There is no catch.
Okay, I'm obviously getting nowhere with you. I'm gonna need to speak with a supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
Oh, finally, someone I can talk to.
It's not complicated. New smartphone plans starting at $45 a month with no annual contract. Only from AT&T.
Celebrate the world of winter sports at Dr. Pepper Star Center in Farmers Branch, February 17th to the 20th. Learn the basics of ice hockey, figure skating, and curling from Dallas Stars alumni, Stars Ice Girls, and the DFW Curling Club. Free for all ages and skill levels. For more information, visit drpepperstarcenter.com. Done much curling?
A little bit.
Were you the sweeper guy? Did you
do it all in that?
Did you do it all? Pays off to Stalock's left, Desjardins and Fiddler. Vlasic kicks it back of the net. Boyle can't get away from Garbett. Brown's back to cover up it. Roussel had a chance and he nailed him pretty good. Desjardins lost it at the Dallas line. Boyle fires it back across.
Roussel is just hunting and lurking and has a few guys hearing footsteps.
Stars are offside here.
I mean, really, this has been the game, these two lines, when they played against one another. And the mini battle between Roussel and Brown. Jay Scher's doing a good job to just skate in between Brown and the Stars bench. Nice escort service there from him to get him back to the bench. And they'll start this one up in neutral ice again. I mean, this thing has just been in mud in the second period.
Shots have been 12-12 for some time. Ben and Burns at center. Jordy Ben slams it over. Beverly looking for it. Jamie kicks it. Goes after it. Braun fed it around. And they rewind it again. Out to center ice. Marlowe gave it up. Dillon shot it over. Stalock comes out to play the puck. He'll leave it for Stewart. And Braun cranks it. Burns catches it at the line with the skate. One across the ice. Dillon taps it forward. Here comes Ben, Beverly, and Sagan. Stars are in onside, apparently. Ben shot it wide. Sagan back of the net for Beverly. Braun cuts it off. Beverly fighting back to try and regain possession. There's an extra shark there. It's Thornton, and he'll clear. A little English on it, so there's no icing. 4:15 left in the second period. Gonchar to Whitney. We've got Horkoff breaking and a save there from Stalock before Horkoff can get his stick on the puck. Irwin into the Dallas zone, firing. Lettman with the overhand catch and save.
Another one from distance. They're coming one at a time at both ends. You know, this schedule's been taxing, to say the least, for everybody. It's a game every 2 days. They're getting close to the finish of the schedule that leads up to the Olympic Games. It's a mental grind. And I think you're seeing that. We saw it with the Stars as a team. When the calendar turned over, there's some nights when the energy just isn't there. And I think both these teams are trying to find a spark in their overall game here tonight.
Eakin foraging for the puck. The San Jose zone, Hannon. Set ahead, Pavelski leaves it for Wingles. Snapped it forward to Nieto. Daly playing it with the stick, cranked it out. Irwin protecting it against Cody Eakin, who would have been off.
Building's trying to get behind the Sharks here now. They've been sitting on their hands for almost the entirety of the first two periods.
Each team with one power play in the game. Hannon delivering it to Wingles. Daly took away his ice. Shepard dragging it back to the net. Eakin dragging on Shepard, who gets away, brought it in front, saved Lettinen, and he holds the line.
Every now and then somebody either wins or loses a one-on-one battle, whichever side you want to look at it, and it gets to the net. But again, there are no flurries, and there's not been a lot of up and down in this game. Eakin just got pinched off on that one and was in no position to defend. That's a bad feeling for a player. I'm on the wrong side of the puck. Shepherd brings it in. They get lots of guys in the crease, but it is chunk and bludgeon time.
San Jose's 5th shot of the second period. Dallas finds it, Connaughton to Gonchar. Goes off Garbett, and Brown misses the net.
This line again.
Yeah. Down Desjardins and Burish. Desjardins pumped by Garbett, threw it in deep. Connaughton passing to Gonchar. Up the wing to Roussel, makes the catch at the line, feeds it into Stalock, who covers.
Burish with his stick up on Fiddler there. I mean, there's a lot of guys that play a similar style on the ice when these two lines are out there and they're matched up against one another. Burish can be infuriating. Desjardins can be a bit of a turd in the water supply, if you will. Yeah. Garbett can be that way. Fiddler can play that way. So they're a match made in hell, probably more so than heaven. Now the two top lines come out to oppose with an attack zone face-off opportunity.
Beverly's going to try Thornton on to Stalock's right. Beverly's won 4 of 5 in the game. At some point they'll drop it. Not until Beverly steps out.
Boy, that's, just drop the puck. Both guys were eager on that one. Changes the dynamic of this, even though Ben can win this. He's a lefty, not a righty.
Ben won it. Sagan trying to wrestle it free, and Burns jumps out. Can't get away from Goligoski. Marlowe shoveling it deep to Thornton, back of the net. He'll spin it all the way around.
Burns broke another stick.
He's on his way back, late into the play, takes the pass, fires it. And that's deflected out of play.
These are always the most dangerous guys, and it's why I always believe when a player loses his stick, and it's easier in this period when your bench is on the attack side of the ice. When you lose your stick, go get a new one, whether you're on defense or offense. Come late to the party, nobody sees you. Looked like it went off the back of Trevor Daley off to the side of the net. Little toe drag and rip it, no room there. Big Jumbo Joe in front. So the offers continue for Burns.
Eakin beats Kearns. Then tries to fight through into the San Jose zone. He's offside. Watch the Stars take on the Phoenix Coyotes this Saturday in the Kia Save Zone. Each Save Zone ticket includes a complimentary Victory Green t-shirt and a cheer card to support every save made by a Stars goalie. For more information, visit DallasStars.com/specials.
Well, at worst, it would be 14-14 in the game right now with 2 minutes to go in the second period if they made no saves.
Yeah. Shepherd pulling up, shooting, blocked by Gonchar. Out to Hannon. Cranking it, tip score, Havlat. And the Sharks finally bust through. It's 1-0.
The drive by from Marty Havlat, who destroyed the Dallas Stars early in his career. Big plays made at the net, though. Bracken Kearns in front. Screens Curry a little bit. There's a little bit of a bump there. Great shot pass or shass from Hannon to Havlat. His puck goes right through Kari Lehtinen and ends this scoreless tie late in the second.
This is Havlat's 5th game back after missing 17 with an injury. Missed the first dozen games of the season with an injury. That's his 4th goal. And it's 1-0 San Jose. They go out to Vlasic. Shot it wide of a screen. Lehtinen. Nieto overtaken by Whitney. Threw it to the line. Paul Pavelski pumped it right back in. Lehtinen made a bad stop, and now Dillon wandering. Got it forward. Right over the San Jose line. The Sharks pop it back out. Pavelski threw it back to Boyle. 75 seconds left in the second period. Burns on his way in. Dillon moves it around. Garbett. Stewart kept Roussel at bay. Thornton pushes it over to Burns. Now for Marlowe. Braun whipped it. Loose in front. Shot from Marlowe. Lettinen line flat and the puck cleared to the boards. Garbett shot it out.
Stars really wanted to be on the other side of this. Get that first goal in a low-scoring affair and see if they could defend their way to victory.
Irwin pumping that in. Jordy Ben makes the block.
Now they're just trying to get to the intermission.
Jamie Benn slowed by Thornton at center, shot it off his own bench.
A flurry of activity. It's almost like they've become unclogged, the Sharks here. Late in the second period. Some hustle from their big line. Again, funnel. Get it to the net. Stars are spinning around defensively. Good play by Fiddler. Come in there and help out in behind. Center icemen, we talked about them prior to the game tonight, helping out defensively, creating stuff offensively. It's a healthy beard on Joe Thornton, too, I might add.
Giving Burns a run for his money.
Yeah.
Ben and Pavelski at center ice. Nieto kicked it back. Vlasic fires it in. Lettinen stops it. Goligoski's back there. Passed it to Ben. Quickly to Peverly. Long feed ahead, and Daly takes it into the zone. But Goligoski's in a little too deep.
Boy, that's going for it, huh? When you have D to D from below the circles on a scoring chance.
Yep. Ben back of the net, centered it. Daly a shot. Blocked as the period ends.
It's about the third time that Trevor Daly's had the puck in the slot and can't get it all the way through. Good aggressive set by this top fivesome for the Stars on the tail end of this second period, where we had a spasm of activity.
So finally, after 38 minutes and 6 seconds, the Sharks push through. Marty Havlat, Scott Shannon, and James Shepard. After the Stars miscue a couple of times, it's San Jose 1-0, and the always entertaining Antoine Roussel joins Razor at the break.
By a goal through 2 periods. Here's a look at your stats through 2 as well. Hits 19-17, giveaways fairly even. Face-off, Stars winning that category. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play, but the important number in that period, the San Jose Sharks find the back of the net. 1-0 your score here at second intermission. Welcome inside to Studio A. The Stars playing a back-to-back game. So do you sense that they're getting a little tired out there, Sevy?
Yeah, it's a little helter-skelter. Yeah, it's helter-skelter out there.
I agree.
It is. I don't think they've pressured enough, the Dallas Stars. You got to get on these defense. That's what the defensemen need, is a little pressure on them. I don't think they're skating enough. Letty was talking a little bit. You thought maybe a little bit too tired from a back-to-back situation. It's not the same Stars team that are getting in the face of the San Jose Sharks in this one.
Yeah, I feel them running out of steam a little bit. They're not getting the other end to create a lot, obviously. They're spending a little bit more time, but again, it's to be expected, I think. I mean, you're playing against a big club that can skate. It's a team that, San Jose is a club, they're 1-4 in their last 5. They've only scored 4 goals, so they're trying to find a way to direct some more pucks to the net. They are doing a pretty good job of keeping things to the perimeter here. This is too easy.
The dreaded high tip.
Yeah, but it's too easy. There's coverage here that is blown. And I'm watching this, and I'm almost thinking sometimes they're playing man-on-man, Dallas is. And I don't understand that, because that's not their system. So, but again, the good news is they're within striking distance. Yep. I mean, you've seen games like this before. They got to find a way to get pucks in the net. You might go off a skate and tie it up. And again, you're trying to scratch a point out of this, if not 2.
Nothing more frustrating than when you have 4 men back, everybody's where they're supposed to be, and then they lose coverage, and then that little high tip that is so difficult for a goaltender to read. Everybody was back on that. Again, losing coverage, still in good position, which is frustrating for this team.
Marty Havlat with 24 points in 28 games against the Dallas Stars. 1-0 your score here at second intermission, because the only goal in this game, Sharks up 1-0 at the Shark Tank. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games. The Dallas Stars trying to pick up 6 points on this West Coast road trip. Hi, everyone. Welcome back inside Studio A as we get you out to the Shark Tank where Daryl Ray is with Antoine Roussel.
Well, the man with the game-winning goal last night, Antoine Roussel, still looking for your first goal as a team in this one here tonight. But you've been able to set a pace again, you and your line, Antoine, along with Garbett and Vern Fiddler. What have you liked about what the three of you have done on this trip and in this game here this evening?
Well, we've been skating a lot, try to get the puck deep and get some momentum going. And we try to do that tonight, but it's a pretty tight game and playing a lot in the neutral zone. So gotta keep trying to get the puck deep and work in their zone and get some ozone time.
You look like you're a little upset at that hit from Brown, and for good reason there in the period. Has there been some words after that?
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, you never want to get hit like that, and it's kind of frustrating. But at the same time, you gotta keep your focus and get going.
What do you guys have to do here in the third period, Antoine? It's been difficult to get a ton of chances in and around their net. Anything you guys can do a little bit different?
Well, I really think we need to shoot the puck from every angle and try to get our second opportunity the best we can. That's the only way to do it. Grind it out, and hopefully we would get one in.
Just quickly before you leave, how's your dad enjoyed the trip?
Loves it. Yeah, he's a big fan of the Father's Trip, and he's hoping that it's going to be every year.
I think it will be an annual thing. Thanks for stopping and doing this, Antoine.
Thanks.
You bet.
Alex Stalock with 17 saves so far in this game. He has 2 shutout power play that the Sharks went on. But what kind of plays are they making on this power play setting?
It's kind of nice. Even heard something from Letty halfway on this little power play. Nice little pass. The guy we're going to key on right there is Patrick Marleau. Not only do the teams use this while they're on the power play, but also when they're 5-on-5. They move it from D to D across to one side. That opens the area. Letty's going to talk a little bit about the good job that the Stars have done keeping pucks away from the middle of the ice, but there they give it up.
Yeah, you know, and again, you're talking about a team that played last night against a big club, and I thought what they've done well tonight is they didn't leave anybody on their own little island. They're doing it in numbers, and they've got more than one player around the puck carrier for the San Jose Sharks, and so they're trying to take that time and space away, making sure they support each other. The other thing is about San Jose, they're the best puck possession team in the NHL. They like to control the puck. They're the best face-off team in the NHL. What Dallas did here, as you can see, they've got possession, but they don't give them the middle of the ice. Everything stays outside the dots. They stay on the wall. They're on the perimeter, not expending a lot of energy and kind of keeping them out there. And those are the ones that expend the energy. They got to find a way to claw back in this, get an ugly goal.
You heard Antoine Roussel. The dads are having fun on this trip. It would be a great trip if they could see 3 in a row. We'll see you.
Line only at southwest.com. Back in San Jose, that is the Golden Gate Bridge. This is the SAP Center. By any other name, Razor, a very difficult venue in which to pick up points.
Yeah, one of the best home records in the NHL. These 5 teams are in the top 7 of overall standings. Pittsburgh, Anaheim, the Sharks, the Blues, and the Bruins. A lot of big teams in there, too. Some size that can push people out at home. The Sharks have done it more with defense than offense here at the Tank. And they've been perfect in that regard through 2 periods tonight.
Dallas with wins at Anaheim earlier this season, in Boston in the shootout. Got to a shootout here December 21st. Now they got to come off the pace. Vlasic shot it around. Beverly holding it in. Really Eakin and Cole centered it for Cole, just under his lifted stick.
Well, both coaches have ran 4 lines at one another here tonight. The Stars out of necessity. They did it last night, too. Every forward played between 10 and 20 minutes. Lindy Ruff is great at that, distributing minutes.
Icing against Dallas.
Stars looking for a little spark here early. The Sharks took the upper hand late in that second period, got the go-ahead goal. Come here, good work by Eakin and down low, and just fouling Cole up enough. Pavelski defensively telling everyone, yeah, right here with this pristine white stick of mine that I use for goal scoring. Sometimes I defend too.
Ben and Thornton. Kari Lettonen's left. Dallas with an edge in the faceoff circle tonight.
Jamie looked like a little kid when he got kicked out of that one. He thought he had the upper hand. He's going to do the shove and rip.
Sagan will try him. Sagan wins it. Dillon into the corner for Jordy Ben. Jamie Ben coming to help. And Jordy the elder clogged up at center. Nichushkin punched it in with his glove and then goes after it and Braun in the corner. Sagan following up. Stewart. A little trouble with the puck. And one of the referees. Thornton goes up the wall with it. And it's a 2-on-1 for the San Jose Sharks. Marleau with Burns digging in. And the pass is off the mark for Burns. Marleau recapturing away from Ben. Sagan lifting Burrish's stick and the puck escapes.
Well, great hustle by Jamie Benn to track back and help out. And Daly did his part in forcing the elevated pass. Not a ton of foot speed with that group, and they couldn't get clear because of that.
Played with a high stick at center, stops play.
So Ben gets booted out of a face-off early on. This one gets lifted over his head, and he goes to the riding crop to get back. Daly measures, and just when he read the eyes and realized Marleau was going to flip this thing across, used his stick, closed the gap a little bit. Ben did his thing. Seen that a few times in the game from both teams forwards.
Desjardins wins it. Hannon, primary assist on the Havlat goal. The only goal of the game, shot it in. These three have been troublesome. Garbutt trying to pick it off from Irwin. Here's Brown lurking, shooting, and that's blocked in front. Lettinen might have got a piece. It was Connaughton walked up there.
That's why coaches tell their defense corps to hold that line. And at the offensive blue line, Irwin did a great job of keeping it alive, and they get a chance off of it rather than retreat.
Irwin spins it out to Burish. Burish turned it over at center. Chason had to go off of him as Shepard is forcing in the Dallas zone. He'll run it, Brendan Dillon. Now he goes after Jordy Ben. Breaks his stick on the head. Whitney lost the puck. Now recovering. Jordy Ben does not have a stick. Finally, they get out of that jam. Chason shovels it deep. Going in there after Vlasic moves it swiftly. Whitney cutting it off. Goligoski pumping it. Saves Stalock, who came out to challenge.
Handled that thing well, too. It's a little rub from Chason on the way through. This is a hot shot from Goligoski, who hasn't scored in a couple of months. It's a wide open chance here as the Sharks over pursue on one side. He was on a pretty difficult angle. Impressed with the rebound control. Took that one off the shoulder and gathered it in the panniard. And having the conversation now with the referee about they're not allowed to touch me. You know that rule. They can't do that. Stars might need something from others. You know, a depth one, a chunky one, something. A steady diet of Braun and Stewart straight up against the Stars' top line here tonight. They haven't really got going.
Nichushkin holding it in. Burns tried to chop it away. And an icing call against San Jose.
We get another chance with an attack zone face-off here. They played these big power-on-power, Marleau, Thornton, and Burns against Ben, Sagan, and now Nichushkin back on this line again. And then those two big defenders they put together in Braun and Stewart on defense. Great chance back in the first period for Ben. Not much from Sagan tonight. See if he can win this straight back to him.
Sagan's riding a 6-game point streak. 3 goals, 10 points in the stretch.
Thornton's getting kicked out because Burns was trying to get out to Sagan.
Ben wants Sagan. Nichushkin tied up. Nudged it in front. Save Stalock. Rebound at the side of the net. Centered for Ben, who tried to jam it through, and a quick whistle.
Well, this is the try to club something into the net style here. Good grunt work by Nichushkin in there. This one almost slid underneath. Ben came crowding in there one-on-one with Marleau. Finally, Stalock gets a hold of this. It's a good net drive by all three. I mean, it has been borderline grotesque how both teams have gone about their business offensively tonight. There have been a ton of blocked shots for both teams. some mindless shooting. A lot of bodies crammed in front.
Benn tied up, puck goes to the corner. Marlowe back of the net for Stewart. Sagan's over there. Thornton has the puck, and he slips it out to center ice for the breaking Burns. Dallas taking it away. Here's Benn. Across the San Jose line, locked up with Braun in the corner. Nichushkin has Thornton on his back, a pile of them there. Sagan tried to rescue, but it pops out instead to Marlowe. Gets the return from Burns. Somehow get it over awkwardly toward Lettinen, who pushes it to Nichushkin. Winds his way out. Tossed it up at center. Stars go back into their own zone for the puck.
I'm telling you, some really talented guys with the puck. It looked like they're playing broom ball out here tonight at times. Just gonna literally broom it or club it forward.
Ball back of the net. Shot it out front. Goes off a skate to Eakin. Jordy Benn from the line. Fought a bouncing puck and then slapped it over to the far side. Irwin has a step on Peverly. Cole keeping it in the zone. And now Irwin finally able to dispatch it. There's Havlat inside the Dallas line. He backed up when he was about to hit Jordy Benn. Dillon from behind his net. 4.5 gone in the third period. Game's still very much in reach for the Stars, but they got to generate something.
Well, they're starting to get a little more going on. I'd like their start here to the third period.
Deflects off Garbett. Play keeps moving. Irwin shoots it to the line. Gonchar, the tough keep, and then it slips past him as Brown battled that puck out to center ice. Hannon inside his own line. Pounded by Garbett. Pass just off the mark and behind Roussel. Burish into the Dallas zone. Gonchar impeding his progress. Gonchar and Burish all jammed up. Fiddler's lost his stick. On his way to the bench, grabs another. Shepard tossing it into the corner for Desjardins. Connaughton working him over. Shepard in check. Fiddler. And he had the arm out on Fiddler. There's one penalty apiece here tonight. Both in the second period. Shepard shot it over Vlasic. Tried to go all the way around, but Gonchar followed him. Thornton on top to Vlasic. Shot it. Blocked out of play.
Well, you get nervous. I'm sure the coaches get on their toes when all of a sudden Joe Thornton appears and they have their cycle game going with the Stars hemmed in their own zone. One of the best guys at finding and distributing from deep in the attack zone and has been for a couple of decades. Almost, he and Burns both look like they've been lost at sea for 8 to 9 months. Hey? Living on fish and drinking rainwater.
Trying to open coconuts.
Going with the tidal drift. Seabirds have been eaten.
That's about right. Dillon shot it up. Whitney tried to tip it out. Havlat will take care of that for the Stars. Irwin reestablishing San Jose's presence in the zone, albeit briefly, or maybe a little more than that. Pavelski. That pass wound up off a stick, and Kari makes an overhand catch. 13:58 to play in the third period. San Jose up 1-0 over the Dallas Stars.
Today is the day that business travel works for you. Today, you'll breeze through security and board early and earn double points on your flight. Today's the day that we make your business our business. Southwest Business Select Fares. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Unlike the Honda Accord, the Kia Optima has more standard horsepower, better combined fuel economy, and available features like ventilated front seats. It's also backed by our industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Then again, it's not like we're keeping score. Right now, get the 2013 Optima starting under $22,200 and see why it's one smart move.
I promised I'd get this in before tomorrow Central Time. It's Miller time, just like I promised earlier. And it's brought to you by Miller Lite. Jamie Benn has opened the scoring for the Stars 9 times this season. Twice as many times as anybody else on the team. He got absolutely stoned back in the first period by Stalock. Best save in the game by either netminder. Came close here early in the third to poking a puck through the pillows of Alex Stalock. A couple of good chances for him in the game. They would take one from anybody here right now. Ben and Daly talking over the responsibilities off this defensive zone face-off. Here with the big boys out again for San Jose.
Shot 17-16 San Jose. They have not had a shot in the period. Bears have had 2.
Oh, it's wide open. It's been like that for a period and a bit now.
Jamie Benn and Joe Thornton.
They will not drop a puck tonight. It's unreal. I'm mad for you, Jamie. Should smack your stick.
John Grant. A reluctant puck dropper. Seguin came over. Ben shoved off. Nichushkin barreling after the puck and into the zone. Nichushkin cutting on his backhand, trying to make something happen. Centered it, and Seguin was tied up. Bell went in another gear there. Daly centered for Seguin. Loose in front. Nichushkin missed it. Daly to Nichushkin. He scores! Big Val ties the game in the third.
Big goal. Starts from their own zone. Able to get out of that. Off this initial rush into the zone. Nichushkin, who's found his wheels, gets this to the net. Seguin can't quite get it to go. I'm sure he was blocked out by the goaltender, and it shocked them that the puck was on top. They hunt it back again. Good aggressive play by Trevor Daly to get up on this. Nice patience. Nichushkin with the gun from the high slot to a yawning net. Caught a piece of the left pad of Stalock and gets in to level this game at 1. What a goal.
18-year-old Russian's 12th of his NHL career. Daly with the primary assist. And Tyler Seguin extends his point streak to 7 games.
6:27. Dallas goal.
It's 1-1 with 13 minutes to play.
Assisted by 6.
Beverly going after the puck. Boyle has it in front of his net, turned right into Cole. Now Cole in the corner. And that glancing off Havlet and all the way down. It's an icing penalty against San Jose, or an icing call.
Wow, they're going to have to bring everybody back out here again on their side. Well, good on Val, who that's his game. This third period where he's been reunited with Seguin and Ben is his game. You know, skate with the puck, drive the defense back, bore holes in them, pursue the puck a little bit. Got away from it. Of course, he's going to be heading to the Olympics in Sochi, representing the home side. What a thrill that'll be for him.
Oh, boy. Vlasic firing this up, and it dies on its way to icing again. San Jose gets their change. Connaughton shot it forward. Whitney keeps it in at the line, and then he brought it back in offside. Here we go again.
Fighting that puck just outside the line. Ray Whitney, who knows how much more hockey he's going to play. He was drafted back in 1991 by these San Jose Sharks as a center. Spent 3.5 seasons with them. First time he's gone 4 games without a point since early December. Different role now, not as much power play time here in the last couple of months.
Shushkin and company right back out here. Wave the icing. Lettinen will set it up. Alex Goligoski back to get it. Seguin jammed with the pass. Ben taking over. Here he comes against Braun. Trying to go outside in. Couldn't do it.
But that matchup's been there throughout the game. Jamie's just about taking his head off now in order to get through.
Daly fired it over. Stalock waits for it, back of his net. Nichushkin again, shot it, saves Stalock. Sagan to Ben in the corner. Val back of the net. Marlowe stick checking him. Sagan bursting in, tried to center it, and then he was dumped back of the goal.
Wonder whether Lindy Ruff put him back on this line, needing the size against these three. They've been matched up with Marlowe, Burns, and Thornton.
Thornton, Burns is offside by a whisker.
They can't get going. And both sides can't really get motoring in this one. There's been little spurns. 6'5", 230 is Burns. You forget, you know, the guy I always forget how big he is Marlowe. Because he moves so effortlessly, but he goes about 225 as well. There's Roussel and Brown again. Game's too tight for shenanigans, though.
John Grant will have things his way or no way.
How do you throw? Just drop the puck. Like, seriously? These guys did it no different than the previous two. No different. Holding the game hostage.
Roussel pursued. Hannon in there for the hit. Garbutt protecting the puck, using the glass to get it forward. Burris keeping Fiddler at bay. Roussel driving Irwin into the boards. Fiddler up with the puck at center. Roussel jockeying in, going back to the net. Stalock moved it to Irwin. Puck died along the boards as Fiddler kept it in, and then Hannon goes back of his net. 1-1 game with 11 minutes to play, and Pavelski at center ice. Some good chances early. Here comes Cole. Dragging it ahead to center. Fought the puck at the line, and another offside.
Stars have started to find their skating legs here again, though. Impressive stuff from a team that played last night, traveled here, got in, came over this morning, and going back at it again. I always think it's really impressive when you've got a group that can win on the second games of back-to-backs, because not many can. I got to think their ability to skate is a big part of it, and depth, the ability of Lindy Ruff to use everybody. This one goes up in the stands. And the fact this game has stopped a lot tonight. It hasn't just been a full-fledged track meet. You look at previous years when remember that stretch we went on in the last 2 years where it was auto loss night, the second game of a back-to-back. It just was.
There's nothing they could do. They tried, they changed.
But they weren't as quick a team, and they didn't start with the puck as much as this group does now. Two big upgrades.
Beverly got it to Cole. Cole fighting through a hook from Vlasic, bringing it toward the net. Eakin took a swing, and Vlasic had him tied up. Now Beverly, furious puck battle behind the net. Eakin and the stickless Vlasic. Jordy Ben. Cole wanted it, or Beverly shot it, and a save there from Stalock. Beverly shoved. Stars coming a little bit here. Havlet pumped it out. Jordy Ben up the middle. Rich Beverly makes the catch, takes it over. Drives toward the net. Beverly to Horkoff. Couldn't finish the play.
Well, that's what Rich Beverly's been doing great, I think, lately. He's been asked to drive the net a little more and get pucks in there. Did it that time. It's the second time the Stars have had a puck in that blue crease area and haven't been able to convert in the third.
Kearns tried to shovel it. Desjardins from the boards. Burns is out here. Go to the line for Irwin. Shooting. That's blocked on its way to the net. Whitney couldn't claim it. Burns ripped it. Save Lettinen out of play. Half a period left in San Jose. And Val Nichushkin finds the back of the net to tie it at 1 for the Stars and the Sharks.
Oh, honey, there's that dress I love. Can you hold this?
Yes. Yes, I will, hon. Hold it.
Welcome to the Society of Uncompromising Men. J.P. Wisers welcomes you to the Wiserhood.
Big League Baseball is back. Your Texas Rangers take on your Houston Astros. 2 big games at the Alamo Dome, March 28th and 29th. Tickets on sale now at BigLeagueWeekend.com. HEB Big League Weekend. It's the biggest weekend of the year.
Déjame que vuelva a acariciar tu pelo. Déjame que funda tu pecho en mi pecho. Volveré a pintar de colores el cielo. Haré que olvides una vez el mundo entero. Déjame tan solo que hoy roce tu boca. Déjame que voy a detener las horas. Volveré a pintar de azul el universo. Haré que todo esto solo sea un sueño.
4-game summary. The Stars on quite a little run here lately. 5-1-1 in their last 7 games. Nichushkin has tied the score at 1 in the 3rd period. Sagan's extended his point streak on that. It's the first road goal for Val since we were on Long Island. A chance for Horkoff. He was lifting the stick of Vlasic, and as he was doing that to get Peverly's offering through to him, he couldn't get the stick back down again in time to convert. His dad, John, gets on him to shoot more all the time, Sean Horkoff. 4 shots in the last 8 games. 2 of them have been goals.
So, again, Dad's right. Thornton tried to center it. That's tipped and goes back into the San Jose zone. Prior to this run, 7 games ago, the Stars were 9 points out of the 8th spot in the Western Conference. They have not held the 8th spot or higher this season. Burns coming in. Lettinen made the stop. The win tonight. They'll jump into 8th. Nichushkin shoveled it in. Stalock out of his net. He'll throw it out himself. Too far from Marlowe. Jordy Ben gets there first, but no icing. Roussel and Pavelski lock up along the wall. Dillon there, 2 for the Stars. Nichushkin drags it out. Walked into Irwin. It's chipped off Pavelski and Jordy Ben. Moving away from the pressure. Launching and up the middle was Dillon. It's intercepted. And the Stars crank it in. Icing with 8:28 to play in the 3rd.
Well, Brendan Dillon didn't look up on his first outlet pass coming out of their own zone, and then this one goes all the way down for icing. So they'll have to start with a very important face-off to the left of Kari Lettinen. Talk things over, figure things out. See who the Sharkies come with. Their goal scorer out here, Havlat, the only guy to beat Kari Lettinen. Pavelski, who's a 55% guy, one of the better in the NHL to take this draw for them.
Against Fiddler, Pavelski wins it. Havlat in the high slot shot it. That's blocked. The Sharks do not have an official shot on goal in the 3rd period.
That's what you do when you lose that faceoff. Fiddler just walks right into that shooting lane. And again, mindless shooting from San Jose.
Hannon on his backhand. It was going wide, so this shouldn't be a shot either, but Kari Lettinen made the catch.
Well, remember how busy Kari was early in the game when the Sharks were mauling the Stars the opening 8 to 10 minutes. He was great. Stars survived it, and San Jose backed off. They got that one little drive-by tally from Havlat in the 2nd, and as you mentioned, nothing here in the 3rd. Pavelski's trying to set things up here. He moved Havlat to the other wing. He has him on his forehand coming off this.
Now it's down. Wingles back to the line. Hannon puts it back to the net, right to Jordy Ben. He's locked up. Cole wants the puck. Havlat, Wingles shot it off the side of the net. Jordy Ben to the line, not out. Hannon gave it to Havlat for Wingles, and his stick was hacked out of his hand, and because it's broken, a slashing call on the Stars. Cole goes immediately to the bench.
Yeah, Eric Cole went into the penalty box like when they're ushering those bulls out at the Stampede. They finally get him in there. He knew he was going. The gate was open. Stars turned the puck over, and off of that, Jordy Ben tries to find the window and get out. They can't do that. It comes right back down, and on the back check, the evidence on the ice, hack the stick right in half on Wingels. And here's their power play opportunity with under 8 to go in regulation in a 1-1 game.
0 for 1 tonight. Pavelski and Fiddler. Gary's left, and more issues in the face-off circle.
Unbelievable. And especially on, have all the face-offs been on this side so that he's the guy dropping it?
Yeah. Sharks come up with it. Boyle from the line. Giving it back to Marlowe. Down to Thornton. Tried to pass it across. Thornton picks it up again at the side of the net after Daly blocked it. Burns in the corner. Fiddler intercepts the pass from Burns and clears. Stalock way out of the net. Roussel forcing Boyle to stop. Stars have not been in the box much on this road trip. It's the 7th power play against them in 3 games. And Garbett racing out with it. He's got Boyle to beat. Goes around him on his backhand, and then Boyle forced him to turn. It's chopped out to center ice. Dillon hands it over to Jordy Ben. Up to Eakin at the line. They'll swivel a little bit, doesn't get it deep, but he hounds the puck and passes it back to Jordy Ben. They play keep away here. They shoot it down to Stalock. Keeping a frustrated power play. Frustrated. Braun from the outside of the line. He shoots it around the boards. Wingels was in front of the net. Havlik couldn't get him the puck, and the Stars clear. 6.5 left in a 1-1 game. 40 seconds remaining on the coal miner. Havlat to Wingels down the wing. Wingels centers it. Loose. Braun a shot. Fiddler recovers to block it out of play.
Boy, Vern Fiddler's done that a lot here tonight. Filled a lane, either with his stick or a body. Like Jamie Benn went straight through one of the areas in front as he tracked back. Comes down through as a bit of a broken play, and Fiddler, who dropped anchor, turned around and made sure that he got this one. He don't want to give up that chance. Defenseman wafting through from about 15 feet in front of Kari. Somebody else get kicked out, really?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I don't know that anybody stayed in there here in the third. And the second guy over and over again. Wisely, they put Roussel in there first to take the draw to get kicked out, because you know he's going to get kicked out.
Puck comes right to him. He and Fiddler will go. Roussel trying on Irwin, taking him wide. And then Irwin takes the body, but Roussel continues to scrap for the puck. He takes it away. Roussel toward Fiddler. Pavelski back there.
He's just a ball of energy.
Stars get goal back in 8 seconds. Marlowe lost it at the line. Thornton following up. Garbett bumped him off the puck. Pavelski for a lane. Stars back at full strength. Marlowe's in front, tipped it, and a save Lettinen. Daly using the boards to send Cole out after it. A gas Boyle trying to stay with him. Cole all the way to the net. It's loose. And a whistle. As Stalock appeared to have some, but not all of the puck.
It's time now to take a look at the Sharks' upcoming schedule. The
5.5 minutes to play in a 1-1 game in San Jose.
Each have blinked once. Neither has faced 20 shots yet in the game. The latest bid, the Stars, after Cole was liberated from his penalty, scampered in around Boyle and gets to the net. The referee was off to the right of Stalock, felt that he had it squeezed underneath. He never did. Eakin came second to the party. He scored with his body but couldn't get the puck to go. Comes in, drives himself into the net and whipped the puck wide of the goal. That's the second time in the game that Cole's run around a defender. Early it was Han, and that time Boyle. And it has been that type of a night. You can see that puck bouncing all over the place as Cole tried to get in there and get it to go. And we are 5.5 minutes away from heading to OT for a third time between these two clubs this season.
Ben Nichushkin and Sagan out on the ice for Dallas. Left this one without too much drama. Jay Scherers was doing the dropping. It scoots free to Marleau. He lost it in the Dallas zone. Daly wrapping him up back of the net. Thornton overpowering to the line for Stewart. A shot wide. Hard kick off the end boards. Lettinen was ready for it. Daly trying to buckle up Marleau in the corner. Thornton with the pass. Turned it over to Nichushkin. Out come the Stars. Ben. The San Jose line. Again, a bouncing puck. He just guides it in. Thornton with a weak pass, and Nichushkin trying to steal it over there. Comes past Whitney. No icing. Dallas will finish their change with under 5 minutes to play in the third of a 1-1 game. Quick up from Gonchar to Whitney. He'll chip it on in. Stalock back of his net will leave it. Irwin coming straight up the middle and then passing to Hannon. Drives it in. Lettinen taps it back of the net. Connaughton reverses it to Gonchar. Along the wing to Chiasson. Good pass to Whitney. Whitney stops, shot it. Up along the boards. And Chiasson covering. Keeping Wingels away. Whitney tossing it back. Jordy Ben. Knocks it in. Lets Beverly go race after it. Eakin 2. Stalock shielding Eakin, who goes in there with Hannon. Cole couldn't get it with the outstretched glove. Dillon pumps it deep. The side of the net. It's moved toward the boards. And another penalty on Cole. Oh, my goodness.
This one's a borderline joke, though. This is not wayward behavior. It was two guys battling on a loose puck. Wingels comes in and takes a dive. No question about it. So they load up their power play again. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing for San Jose, though, the way it has gone. Their power play haunting them lately. They usually get a lot of power play opportunities. They're one of the clubs in the league that is amongst the NHL leaders in opportunities and way more power play ops than shorthanded situations.
Paul had 8 minors coming into play tonight. He's taken 2, or been assessed 2, I should say. Third power play of the game for San Jose. They're 0 for 2. Stars win the faceoff. Daly's unable to clear it past Marleau. Goligoski forwards it. Roussel chips it. Goes after Burns, who turned it over to Fiddler. Shot it in off Roussel. Bucks have shown very little with this man advantage tonight. Stars need another big kill here with 3:25 to play in a 1-1 game. Thornton finds Pavelski. Drops it off to Boyle. Burns makes himself available. Boyle shot it. That's blocked by Goligoski. And Fiddler clears.
They're just so eager to try to get a puck to the net. Thornton just stabbed at Fiddler on his way off. Chippy down there.
Wingels trying to cut on in. Jordy Ben trying to stay with him, and he gets help from Cody Eakin to break it up. To the line, not out. Boyle holding it, dusting it off, gave it to Braun, shovels it into the corner. Wingels locked up there with Jordy Ben, whose shootout hits Eakin and stays in the zone. But Thornton overpowered by Garbutt, and he shoves both out to center ice. Eakin stays with it in the zone. Shot it, saves Stalock. Eakin threw it in front again, and Garbutt swung and missed wide of the net.
What a great stretch of penalty killing by Cody Eakin, who ends up in the right spot a lot.
Less than 40 on the Cole Minor. 2:22 to play in a 1-1 game. Marleau shooting it around the boards. Pavelski let it go, and Beverly takes it ahead to center. There goes Dillon with Ben at the line. Dillon shooting. Braun blocks that out of play, and they're hearing it here from the sellout crowd at SAP Center.
Tough for Dillon. He's a left shot over there. I'm sure he wanted to get that puck to Jamie Benn, but not easy to do. He goes on his backhand. That chance for Wingels coming in. Looked like he was going to turn the corner. There's Cody Eakin to knife it away. Comes the other direction. Sets up a chance going the other way, and then Dillon jumps up on an odd man rush shorthanded. They've certainly had the upper hand on this power play in the game.
We call back at 22 seconds. Fiddler wins the faceoff. Goligoski hands it over. Daly shovels it off, and Fiddler pumps it deep. Roussel chewing more clock deep in the San Jose zone. 10 left on the coal miner. Less than 2 minutes to play in a 1-1 game. Pavelski scooting forward, across the Dallas line, shot it wide of the net. Marleau gave it to Pavelski. It's off his skate. Daly to the line. Cole's back on. The shot dribbling through. Left in the stop. Rebounds loose. They fight for it, and Fiddler has it back of the net. Stewart from the left point. Shooting it deep to Marleau. Shot from Kearns is blocked. And Cole again on the trot. Into the Shark zone against Vlasic. Stick checked away. Cole fighting back. Taken down. Ben pinned. 1:15 left in regulation. There's a knot along the boards in the corner to Stalock's right. Finally, it's loose. Loose in front, and it's poke checked away from Nichushkin, who was barreling in there. Dillon, a drive, saves Stalock. Comes to the near boards with a minute remaining in regulation. Nichushkin taking it away in the corner. Pavelski on his knees trying to work the puck away. Ben trying to get it out of there. Again, it's like a magnet over in the corner. And again, it's Shepard getting it forward and banking it out. Jordy Ben on his horse got back. Nichushkin takes the puck at the line and then lost it. Dillon in a race with Burns. Burns shot it wide of the net. Hannon won't get there in time.
It came out. Not a popular call. Well, this mad scramble right after a rolling puck was hammered toward the net, went off a body in front. The Stars have as many block shots as they've received saves from Kari Lehtinen, so they've been very committed to that. Good boxing out there. Nichushkin's had a very good third period, rather audacious third period from the young Russian.
Inside the Dallas line, puck comes back in. Daly lifting it out, and Hannon with a stick bats it out of play. Will do it again.
So we are inching our way toward OT. The Stars have not been very good in the 4-on-4 portion of overtime. See if we get all the way to yet another shootout between these two teams. Big point any way you look at it if they can get there.
Could be another point earned coming from behind. Daly back of his net. Pushing it forward to Eakin. The middle of the ice. Marleau leaving it. Here comes Thornton. Off his stick. Daly in the corner. Eakin using the boards. Cole getting it out. And assuring Dallas that they will pick up a point here tonight in San Jose. Well, Stars and the Sharks. Overtime, 60 seconds from now.
Guys have been able to twist the puck past these two netminders here tonight. Martin Havlat for the San Jose Sharks late in the second period, and then Val Nichushkin to tie it in the third. His goalie, Tuwaka, shot of the night. Trevor Daly with some great aggressive work. Really everybody involved in that one. Sagan, too, to win a puck back again, and Nichushkin from the guts of the slot slides one home. Big reason why the Stars are headed to 4-on-4 overtime here. That and their penalty killing again, which is firmed up late in games on this road trip.
Stars are 1-5 in overtime. The Sharks are 3-1. We'll talk more about the shootout when we get there. Dallas's lone overtime win came at Detroit. Rich Peverly scored the goal. They opened here with Ben, Sagan, Daly, and Goligoski. Stewart passing off to Braun. Pavelski and Marleau up front for the Sharks. Letting it back of the net. The Andy Moog kick to the corner. Goligoski struggling with Pavelski back of the net. Marlowe's in there too. It comes loose to Braun, who shot it. Jamie Benn blocks the puck.
They're so eager to funnel the puck toward the net. It's just fed Dallas's shot blocking here tonight.
Sagan tried to get it over to Daly, and that's intercepted. Here comes Braun with a pass to Burns in the zone. He shoots left and makes the save.
A ludicrous glove grab on Burns. Wow. Really bad ice right now. It hasn't looked great throughout the game tonight, and a bobble puck up ice ends up being this artful intervention by Kari Lehtinen. Nice isolation on him, very loose with the left hand. So both netminders have done that in the game on some top goal scorers on the other side.
20 shots apiece. Cody Eakin ripped that cleanly right into Kari Lehtinen. It's Eakin and Nichushkin up front for the Stars. There's Val with the puck. On the wing to Jordy Ben. Back to Nichushkin, a shot just missing, actually by a little bit.
I think Vlasic came over. Great defenseman. You don't notice him that much. He just does the right thing over and over again. He came over and got his stick in that shooting lane.
Burns lost it to Eakin. Stars are changing. Jordy Ben turning back. Looks like he's having problems with a skate. Straightens that out. And they don't like the control breakout. Here comes Jordy Ben. Took the line, tripped up on hand and got it in deep. Beverly back of the net. Irwin finds it. And Tommy Wingels. Gonchar stepping out to defend him. Cole stole it. Goes right back to Wingels. Havlet lurks at the side of the net. He has it. He centers it. They score! Tommy Wingels. Stars' problems in overtime continue, and the Sharks beat them 2-1.
Well, Kevin Connaughton, who had not played very much in the third period, gets out here in overtime. He and Gonchar, and they get work near the net. Havlet down low. Little 2-on-1. Wingels comes in. Beverly allows him to get past. Just not very good coverage in close to their net. That's the 5th consecutive overtime loss for the Stars, who earned a